Buenos dias, senor, senora, and senorita. This message comes to you from the heart of dawn. I trust you will hear something today, this video, that will catch your attention. And I've already done something about the COVID earlier this AM, but I just went for my 3 kilometer hike and a dip in the ocean. So thought of something on the way back, and here it is. Well, you need to know how the ego works. And I'm telling you, I am not here to get you to make decisions. I don't even do that with people in my program. I say, here's what this is. Here's what this is. You get to decide. It's up to you. It's up to you if you want to do the ego energy piece or you want to be in your divinity. Here's how it's done. Here's how you let go of your ego. Here's how you're in your divinity. And then I take people that says, I'm in through the process. That's it. Same with this. Just letting you know. Just letting you know. Here's what I'm letting you know. It's how the ego works. And here's how the ego works. I'll turn this a little this way. Yep. Now this started for you before, in most cases, before the age of reason. Yep. And what it is you have, it's like an adult giving a 2-year-old the keys to the vehicle and telling them that for them to drive. And yes, it's going to crash, and it's going to crash almost instantly. Well, you gave the keys to the ego to protect you. So here's how it works. First of all, it has no ability to do that. When you decided to go out of your light and go into fear, due to a trauma, by the way, just to be fair, just so you know, this is not about you beating yourself up. Not at all. On the contrary. Okay? This is about you being gentle with yourself. And so, how it happened is that trauma happened. You got out of your light. And from that moment on, for the most part, you gave the ego, with its fear-based system, the responsibility to protect you. So here's how the ego, like the 2-year-old driving the car, has zero ability to protect you. So here's its program. I am going to find multiple ways to protect you by finding multiple ways of killing you. Now, if you think I'm exaggerating, it's not a chance. I had 28 near-death experiences, 8 of them like that close. 28 that I could easily not be here. Easily. Okay? And so when we give the ego the responsibility instead of being in our divinity, then guess what? Guess what? You are going to have natural consequences happen. And right now, the COVID is the ego on a mass global scale. And how it, I mentioned in my earlier one, how it caught you is that you're in old brain survival somehow, some way in that old system of the good enough and not good enough and not safe and trapped and trying to be free and not loved and loved. You're in that system. It's an externally referenced system. Your system subconsciously knows it's a faulty system, like trying to get a drink of water with a strainer. It knows that. It absolutely knows that. And then the ego just creates all these fears. The angst starts with a mild fear, then it goes to anxiety, then it goes to panic, then it goes to comatose, like just shutting down. And I've seen people make crazy toxic decisions. Like people stopping taking my program after they had staggering results. Staggering results. One guy, when I did that group in 2019, 10 people, and one of them, he was the equivalent of about 6 months pregnant with all this stuff going on in his kidneys and his stomach. And by the end of the day, it was shrunk by 2/3. 2 weeks later, he quit the program, made up a faulty excuse. Another lady I just mentioned yesterday, the day before, She flew out to see me, and she was covered with a body rash like a psoriasis that she had for 20 years. 50% was gone in the first day. 100% was gone on the second day. Guess what she did? She stopped the program. That's the ego. That's the ego. That's how it works. It's going to do everything it can to stop you from being in your natural state of your I am divinity, which is your light. It will make you terrified of being in your light, and it'll tell you that it's okay to do something harmful. Do something harmful, and that's what the COVID is. Look at what it's about. And it's on a mass scale. It's mass hysteria, having everybody in their old brain survival. I'm going to die. Tell me if that's not true. If I don't wear a mask, I'm going to die. If I don't wear gloves, I'm going to die. If I touch this person, I'm going to die. If I'm within 6 feet, I'm going to die. What is that? That's the ego. It's the ego that's talking about death and dying. Your divinity, your I am divinity, has got nothing to do with that. You're in your light. That's how absolutely opposed they are. And unfortunately, it's on a mass scale. All governments involved all over the world, shutting down companies and businesses and filling hospitals with, and on and on and on. Yeah, because it's activated that phobia that you had your whole life. And now it's gotten stronger and stronger and bigger, and you're making crazy, crazy dysfunctional decisions. But I'm telling you, there's a truth that's the total opposite of that. And that truth is inside you. And what that is your divinity. This knowing of who you truly are. This divine nature that once when you just changed the weather, or you had that beautiful, your first child, or you, how did I jump 8 feet when I've never jumped more than 6 feet before? And on and on and on. That's your divinity. Some people only have 1 or 2, maybe 3 of those events in their lifetime until they come to see me. Isn't that amazing? Their natural state, like the color of their eyes, only had it once, twice, or 3 times. And then after they take the program, like the Jamies and the Tims and the Danielas and the Giancarlos and the Lisbeths and the Harrys, and I can go on, that are in it 24/7. 24/7. Okay? And you can't be terrified of COVID and be in your divinity. And yes, the rulers of the world are trying to rule. And it ain't going to happen. Because humanity's consciousness is going to raise rapidly. Very soon. Very soon. And I know how. Isn't that exciting? So may I suggest you find that magical moment when you did something that went beyond all human comprehension. It was like, some people call it miraculous. Like Soul on Sunday had this really serious pain in her hand. Don't know what it was about. I didn't ask details. And it was gone. We're talking 2 days ago. It's gone. Wow. Okay? So, you have this. You have this. I didn't give it to you. I'm not giving it to you. I'm just telling you, if you're in that fear-based system, you're going to believe all of the propaganda. You're going to believe everything that's been told to you by the masses, who wants to manipulate and control you, by the way. Yeah. And I'm telling you, it's the opposite. You find that divinity. And if you can't find it on your own, may I strongly, strongly suggest, hi Kendra, that you take the program that I'm doing every Saturday at 11 Cabo time in Spanish, and Sunday at 11 o'clock in English, Cabo time. Yes. And then the actual transformation at the end of the month in each of those days. That's right. That's right. You can have this. You can have this. Okay? You can be in this state because it's your natural state. It's a natural way to be. Yes, just because you've trained yourself for your 10 years, 20 years, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, even 90 years, doesn't mean it cannot be removed as quickly as it was created, which was in an instant. So join me and join the rest of these superheroes that are doing crazy, amazing, masterful, amazing things. And the first thing that you will know how to do is overcome the phobia of the coronavirus and it killing you. And in that state, your immune system will skyrocket, and that's your greatest protection. It isn't a vaccine, and it isn't a mask, and it isn't gloves. No, it's neither. It's neither. Okay? It's neither. Okay? It's none of those. It's raising, by being in your divinity, you will raise your consciousness and you will raise your immune system. And it's your immune system is inside you to protect you. Okay? So there you go. Second version of, the dance in Manila. I forget what it was called. And Muhammad Ali, and I believe it was Sonny Liston. This is your I am divinity and the COVID. Well, it's starting to lose. It's starting to lose its grip. And the more of you that understand that you are absolutely invincible in your divinity, that's when everything is going to change instantly. Hi, Stephen, sorry. There you have it. So, have a magnificent day. Remember, your divinity is as hidden as the color of your eyes. That's right. It's right there. And all you have to do is break that hypnotic fear state of the ego. Yep. If you can't do it on your own, sign up for the one that you can. Take care. Have a magnificent, magically, perfectly beautiful I am divinity day. I am dawn.